Ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and today we are doing the final part of a 15-part series that we did throughout the course of this year, where I give you 10 cars under different price ranges and with 0 duplicates. We started at 1K, then we did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then 15, then 20, then 25. Last time was 50, and now today is 100K. 10 of my personal favorite, the ones I think are the best for under $100,000 with one honorable mention. And in every single one of these videos within the series, there are 0 duplicates. So if you want to go back and watch the series, go check it out. Don't worry, we will be updating this series every year. So next year we'll do it again towards the end of the year once again, and we'll just keep doing it every year because obviously car prices change, so we'll do that. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Coming in dead last for this list is going to be the Audi TT RS. That stands for Twin Turbo Rally Sport. It doesn't actually stand for that. Anyway, it's a sports car that nobody loves for some reason, and it just makes absolutely 0 sense to me. They come with a very good motor. It is a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline 5, and that is kind of small, yes, but it manages to make a pretty nice 394 horsepower going to every single one of all the 4 wheels in the car, buddy. And that's Audi's legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system too, so it's even better than just a normal all-wheel drive system. It is truly just an amazing bundle of joy, and while I do think they are a little bit overpriced, they're still a very good car that can handle like a dream if you ever want to take it to the twisties. These cars are very, very well known for their handling capabilities, Audi TTs, man. Next up is going to the Lexus LC500, one of the best luxury cars out there in my personal opinion. I mean, just look at it, bro. It just looks so good. So good. They also do have the power to back it up as well, since Lexus is just a baller brand now. It comes with a 5-liter V8, making a very nice 471 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive, which, I mean, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, means that these cars will be great drift cars in like 20 years from now when they hit $5,000 for one. I'm just saying, my good sir. They also have some of the best luxury out there right now for the interior too, so you can drive around in comfort. Like, everybody always talks about the Mercedes interior and the Beamer interior and the Audi interior, but they don't talk about these like Japanese luxury brands like Infiniti and Lexus. They have some very good interior, my son. Coming in at number 8 is going to be the first supercar of this list, the Chevy Corvette C8. One of the most disappointing cars of recent years, in my personal opinion. Don't ask. I know it's a cool car. I just don't like them. I don't know why, all right? But they are very, very, very good performance-wise. They come with a 6.2 liter V8 making 495 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive. And we are still yet to see what the Z06 brings, by the way, and most likely that's going to be under $100,000 too, especially for a used one. So I would recommend waiting for the Z06 C8 if you're thinking about picking up a C8 right now. But either way, these cars have proved time and time again they are a great option for a budget supercar, and it's no wonder everybody picks them up when they're turning freaking 70. And before somebody comments saying, the Corvette's not a supercar, yeah it is. Okay? Yeah it is. It makes 500 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, is mid-engine. It's a freaking supercar. Next up is going to be yet another supercar, ladies and gentlemen, and it is the freaking Porsche 911 Turbo S997, one of the most loved cars in the car community right now, and for good reason. Everybody out there is talking about Porsche 911s now, and they kind of deserve the hype. They're great cars. This one comes with a 3.8 liter twin turbocharged flat 6, making a very nice for its size 473 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive, of course, but I'm pretty sure they also offered it as all-wheel drive too. I could be wrong about that. Just look into that though if you're actually thinking about getting one of these. Either way, these 911s never have the most power out of any car, but they always handle like an absolute dream. That's kind of like their whole selling point. If you truly just want a car that you can bring to the track and have an absolute blast with, this is one of your best options, period, under 100K. It just doesn't do everything else great, in my opinion. Like, yes, I know Porsche is good at track days and handling, but I also want cars that are fast in a straight line, you know? Number 6 is going to make a bunch of grown men mad somewhere because they can't seem to admit that a Japanese car can be good, but it is a Toyota Supra Mark IV. There's no hiding it anymore. This car is an amazing purchase if you can afford it. They are getting a little bit out of affordability though. These cars come with a 3-liter twin turbocharged inline 6, making a very nice 276 horsepower on paper due to the gentleman's agreement, but most people say it's actually around 320 horsepower, and the car is rear-wheel drive. These cars, dude, they have a hold on the car community and will go down in history as a legend for sure. And honestly, it's for good reason. The motor can hold insane amounts of power without having to touch the internals, and they used to be one of the best ways to make 1,000 horsepower for cheap. Nowadays, these cars obviously don't shine in terms of competition, like comparing them to like a BMW M3 doesn't really make much sense. They're more of like an investment, but still a good car to buy nonetheless, because you will always make your money back on a Mark IV Supra. Number 5 is going to another supercar though, the Ferrari F430. The F430 is in that like golden spot right now where they aren't old enough to be considered a classic, but they're not young enough to be considered new, and it's great. That's like the perfect time that you want. BMWs go through that a lot. Right now the E46 is going through it. They like hit a very low point and then they start coming back up. That's what this car's in. They come with a 4.3 liter V8 making a nice 490 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, and they just look so odd to me personally. I do like Ferrari a lot. They make some amazing cars, like the 812 Superfast, gorgeous car, but this one just has not grown on me yet. However, they are a literal supercar though, and I can easily see these things flying up in prices in a couple of years. So if you want something worth holding on to while being able to experience the wonderful like Ferrari engineering, then this is obviously just an amazing option. Number 4 is going to be another Italian powerhouse, Lamborghini. Specifically the Lamborghini Gallardo. God, these little things are just so freaking cool to me, man. You ever see a twin turbo Gallardo? They are not something to play with, my son. These cars are just nuts. They come with a 5-liter V10, making a huge 520 horsepower to the rear wheels, which is obviously pretty damn good. They also made all-wheel drive models, by the way. They're also a Lambo, so you know for a fact that they can make even more power if you somehow want more power than 520. They are by far the cheapest way to get into a Lambo right now, but I can't say I see these things flying up in price soon because there actually was a lot of these made, so it's not like there's like a high demand, low supply for them. There's a pretty decent amount of Gallardos being sold, so, but God, they're just so cool. Third place, bronze medal, is gonna go to the Dodge Viper SRT 10. This is technically the 3rd generation of Viper. It's one of the world's deadliest cars to drive, by the way, because they're just so damn powerful that they're literally too powerful for their own good. That's like a flex, by the way. Dodge should be shouting out on the rooftops. They come with a huge 8.4 liter V10. Yes, they have 8.4 liters, and due to that amazing engine size, they make 600 horsepower exactly to the rear wheels, and paired with the fact that the massive engine is in the front means that these cars are very hard to control. So if you do decide to get one, please, for the love of God, be careful. This is another car though that can make even more power if you decide to actually mod it too, and they make great like track cars. Because if you can master the handling, then you know that's a good car. Second place is going to the most practical supercar out there in my opinion, the Audi R8 first generation. These things are loved by almost everybody at this point, and for good reason. They are perfect for almost anybody, even just a normal guy that just needs a daily driver. They come with a huge 5.2 liter V10, which is once again very fast, making 525 horsepower to all 4 wheels with Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system, so you know it's good. They also have very good amounts of space in the cabin for camping out. They are very small cars too, so they have a very good center of gravity. You might get stuck in its orbit. These damn things are like the Miatas of the supercar world, now that I think of it. They're just an incredibly overpriced go-kart that looks incredible, and Iron Man once drove one, so you know it's cool. Honorable mention time, baby, and it is the Mclaren MP4-12C. In my opinion, these cars are actually quite overpriced, but who cares about Mark Rowan's opinion, right? Because he doesn't control the market. They come with a 3.8 liter twin turbo V8, making 616 horsepower to the rear wheels, which can actually be a bit of a fun combo if you ask me. But the problem with these cars is they really don't handle all that well. They have a very good top speed and acceleration, but they're kind of like an Aventador. They're just too big to put good lap times down. First place, however, is kind of the complete opposite of that. In my opinion, it is damn near perfect, and it is the Nissan GT-R R35. I know, call me basic, I don't care. They really are an incredible choice for under $100,000, and you can't tell me otherwise. They come with a pretty small, actually, 3.8 liter twin turbo V6, making a nice 600 horsepower exactly, and that goes to all 4 wheels. And now at first that may not seem that great, but it's the amazing handling that this car has that sets it off from the rest. The GT-R still to this day can hold up with the Aventadors, 911 GT3 RSs, and 458 Italias, but when it came out in 2009, it absolutely dominated. Don't believe me? Look it up. This thing was great. On top of that, they are one of the best motors to build in the world. The VR38 Det is insane. It's going to go down in history as a legendary motor. There are so many GTRs making 1,500 to 2,000 horsepower, and they do all of that while still having 5 freaking seats in them, man. It's just such a good choice under $100,000, except for the interior. You literally get like Ultima levels of interior. It's actually incredibly sad. The interior is not even close to worth 6 figures at all, but the rest of the car is. So. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video. That is the end of this series for this year as well. Don't worry, it doesn't mean that we're not doing any budget car videos anymore. We're still going to be doing budget car videos at least once a week, just on different topics now though, instead of this series. So I'll be like next week, for example, is drift cars, cheap drift cars. Even though I just did one, I had this one lined up, and so now I'm kind of screwed. So I'm going to do it again, another cheap drift car video. But oh no, I think next week is actually reliable. Like, I don't know, I don't even know what I'm doing now, but you guys get the idea. We're doing a budget car video every week. We're gonna do 2 top 10s a week. One's gonna be a budget car video, and one's just gonna be like another random top 10 that I want to do. We're gonna be doing 2 deep dives a week. You guys love the deep dives insanely. The Prelude video blew up, the Lexus LC500 video blew up, and now the Saab video is also starting to blow up. So obviously, I'm going to keep doing these deep dives. You guys obviously love them, so that's great news to hear. The next deep dive is actually going to be tomorrow, and it's going to be on the Evo. God, I'm hiccuping. And then the week after that, we're going to do one on the Lexus LS400, and I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, we're going to do those deep dives, so let me know what other cars you want to see for the deep dives. Let me know what other top 10s you want to see. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. It has been a blast. Don't worry, we'll be doing it again next year to update you guys. Das Vidania. Have a nice night.